Hi everyone, this is Smriti. Welcome to QA automation classes. So today we are going to look into the different types of the reporting that is supported by Cucumber. Okay, so without wasting further time, let's get it started. So if you see, right, let's see one of our execution. Okay, so if you see, this is how it gets executed, right, and this is how it generates the logs. Okay, okay, fine. So let me take a quick screenshot here. So here we have used this what you can say log4j. So the logs are coming like this. Okay, but better, yeah, let me take one screenshot like this. Okay, so we'll try to implement the different reporting and we'll see how the console log and other reports are getting generated. Okay, so I can close this one. Okay, so all the things will happen at this level. Okay, so I don't have to go to the different files and change the configuration. Just let's stick to here and we can add something called as the plugin. Okay, so after glue, so you have tags, right, and you can see plugins here. Okay, so let's say plugins. Okay, so plugin equals to, so what kind of plugin you are going to add. So within the curly braces, you say I'm going to add the pretty plugin first. Okay, so pretty, so I'm going to add the pretty plugin. So in the pretty plugin, we'll also generate the HTML report. Okay, so comma, and within the double quote you mention the HTML report. What to mention, HTML colon. Okay, and then where exactly you want to generate, so we want to generate it inside the target. Okay, so maybe inside the target folder I can generate that report. Okay, so I'll say HTML colon and I'll say target. Okay, so after target we will say slash, we will create a folder. Okay, let's say I'll create a cucumber folder. Okay, cucumber reports. Okay, let's say cucumber reports, and after cucumber reports we'll say let's the HTML file name will be report.html. Okay, so this is what this file we are going to create. Okay, this is what we'll say. So you can always put comma. Okay, so cucumber report. Okay, cucumber reports report.html. Okay, so now let me run this one and see how exactly the output is changing. And here if you see, we don't have any cucumber reports folder getting created over here, right? You do have surefire report, but we don't have any cucumber reports. Okay, so let's give like this cucumber hyphen reports. Okay, fine. So now let me run the runner. What is the runner? Test Java cucumber runner test. Okay, so this is the runner only. Okay, so from here I can run, or from here also I can run. So let's run here. Okay, so I'm running the cucumber runner test. Okay, the runner file is getting invoked now, and it is passing starting cucumber runner instantiating test. Okay, so everything got picked up over here because we have tags end to end. So all of, like, all the scenarios inside the feature file is going to get executed. Okay, so now let's understand this and what is the the last one I took some screenshot, right? So let's understand what those, let's compare them. Okay, so if you see here, it was just going to give me just those log.info files, right? Log.info statements. Okay, I don't understand which scenario is going to get executed or which scenario step is getting executed. Okay, those informations were missing earlier, right? If you see the screenshot, those informations were missing, right? It just say this is the runner file we are going to run, and it just say okay, this it going to this particular class and it executed this line, it went to this particular class and it executed this lines, right? So but I don't know exactly which scenario got picked up here, right? So if you come and see here, right, so here at the rate e2e smoke and get, so that is one scenario that I have tagged with all of them. E2e is coming from our feature smoke and the rate at the rate get. So let's go to the feature and see, do we have a scenario like that? Scenario outline, see, smoke and get is already there, and e2e, since it is at the feature level, so this scenario also has that e2e. This is applicable to all the scenario outline inside that feature, so that is also applicable here. So if you see at the rate e2e, at the rate smoke, at the rate get, these three tags are present scenario outline, so it will clearly list out which scenario it is going to execute. So it is going to execute, verify the get method call returns proper response code, and the data is in JSON format -1, right? That also it is going to give the detailed scenario name or scenario outline name. And then if you see, it will see, right, given user says the API endpoint will post, this is nothing but the statement coming from the given statement from the background, right? So background is going to first execute it, right? So what happens, so it goes and does that operation, right? It gets executed. After the execution is done, it prints the what was the given statement for which this the execution has been completed. If the execution is completed, it will going to print that one, right? So similarly, if you scroll down, then when user hits the endpoint with get method, the user already hit the endpoint with the get method over here, you can see over here, and then the second statement is going to get printed. This is from your scenario or scenario outline. And the third statement, the response status code is 200. This is that third statement already got executed, and then it is showing, right, what happened here. Here the API should return valid 200 status code, right? So this is already done, right? This is already executed, and after the execution is successful, it is showing what was that particular statement, right, for which we ran this particular step definition, right? And then the response should be in JSON format. So it went and already verified the response is in JSON format, and along with the verification, we are printing the response in the string format. Okay, so both the things it printed, and then after this it will say this statement, right? The API the response should be in the JSON format. Let's go, scroll down and see here, see, and the response should be in the JSON format. So this is nothing but pretty format output. Okay, so pretty format output means you will have a understanding like what are the tags, what is the scenario or scenario outline, and what are the step definition steps are getting executed. Okay, so you will have all those information with on the console. Okay, so similarly, we can go and see here. Okay, so let's see the reports. Okay, so I told you we'll create a folder called Cucumber reports, and within that we'll create a report.html. So double click on this one. So opening report.html. Awesome. So now you can open it in any of the browser. Okay, because HTML when you open in browser, you will say graphical presentation. Okay, so now you see 100% passed, so 9 executed, that means 9 scenarios has been executed. Okay, and all of them are 9 passed. Okay, so 5.85 seconds, it took 8.58 seconds to validate my 9 test scenarios. Okay, or my 9 test scenario outlines. Here Windows 11 is the environment like system on which I ran, and this is my Java version, and this is my Cucumber JVM version. Okay, so now if you open here, you can see here. Okay, so this is the feature, see how beautifully it is coming, right? So you see here feature, verify user post endpoint for all supported HTTP method. This is nothing but your feature file, and then inside that we have a background. In the background, this is the given statement we have, and then smoke at the red get and scenario outline, how it is formatted. If you see how beautifully it is coming, right? Verify the get method call returns proper response code, and data is in JSON format 1. This is nothing but our first scenario outline. And when, then, and, right, when user hits the endpoint with get method, then API should return the valid status code in the response, and response should be in the JSON format, and this is the status code that we are passing, right? See how beautifully everything is captured, and for each of them, right, for each of the, let's say, okay, so for each of the, this is a background is tick, that means it is passed. And then when, then, and, for each scenario outline, each step and whatever the example are there, those are executed and those are passed. So you can see green tick symbol everywhere, right? So this is how it works. Okay, so you can see, and let's do one thing. So let's go here. I think we have commented one failed test. Let's uncomment that, and let's see how exactly some failed statement we should see, right? How it comes if there is some failure. Okay, so now if I run, it should fail for this case. Okay, so let's say one should fail here. So 10 tests should get executed and one should fail. Okay, okay, fine, this is already failing. Okay, fine, so test fails 1, passed 9. So now let's go to report.html. So now open this one. Okay, so now you see how it is coming. So 1 is failed and 9 is passed. Okay, how beautiful it is coming, 90% passed. So what in second ago, this is 5.64 seconds it took. Okay, so now you can see this is passed, this is passed, this is passed. Okay, this is the one that got fetched. Okay, scenario outline. Okay, verify get method call and response 4, and here if you see, then API should return valid status code in response. The positive one got passed, the negative one is failed, right? Others are passed. So this is how beautifully this report is getting created, right? So here you have the filter also, right? Earlier everything was passed, so it was not showing. So now if you see failed, and you can filter it out. If you want to filter past, you can see also now failed, so it will show you only the failed test case, right? For failed test scenario. If you want to see only past, you can click on this one and you will see all the past things over here, right? So fail is still coming here. Okay, I think both are selected. So this is how you can do the little bit of UI, like the this is how you see the UI, how beautiful it is giving the reports, right? So this is nothing but your HTML report. Along with that, we have few other report. Okay, so let's go to our what is that Cucumber runner test. Okay, so here I have given HTML report. Okay, so apart from HTML report also we can have other reports. So I can generate the JSON report also. So how to generate the JSON report here? So you will say double quote, and I'll say JSON. Okay, JSON colon. Okay, and this is also in target. Okay, target slash, let me copy this Cucumber report. Okay, this is Cucumber reports. So let's say, let's copy entire thing. I'll just update the extension slash Cucumber reports slash report dot JSON. I'll say report dot JSON. Okay, so here it will generate a report in the JSON format. Okay, so okay, I need to put a comma over here. Okay, and similarly if you want, you can generate the report in XML format also, right? So let's do that. Okay, so let me copy this one, JSON one. I'll just update this one. Okay, so here within the double quotes, so instead of JSON, just give JUnit. Okay, so JUnit target slash Cucumber reports. Instead of report.json, we'll say report.xml. Okay, makes sense now. Okay, so now if you see, these many types of the reports were going to get created. Okay, and tags, and this is the completion of the Cucumber options. Awesome. So now let's run, and we can see here two more reports along with the HTML. We should see JSON and XML report. Okay, so let's run it. One failure should be there, and 9 should be passed. Okay, fine, fine. Okay, so now you can see report.json, report.xml. So let's open report.json. So this is nothing but your JSON file. So control A, control C. So go to any site, JSON formatter, JSON parser, anything is fine. Editor, JSON crack. This is also, even we have seen, right, how everything is we have seen here, right? So now what happened? Why it is asking me to upgrade to premium? So reload. Is it the paid one now? Okay, fine. We can go to some other one. Okay, JSON formatter. Okay, JSON parser. Okay, so go here. So here we can give, and it will show you. Or maybe let's take a better one. JSON blob. JSON blob. Okay. This is cool. Control A, Control V. Okay. So now click on it. Okay, so you can see this, there is an array and there are 8 objects. Okay, so if you see line elements, everything like 0 description, background, this is like how it understands, right, what are the different user says the API endpoint with the post, right? And then step definition, what is that respective step definition, where it goes, right, from this statement. So if you see, if you expand this one, you can see. Okay, so you can see those like how much time it took to pass and what is the status, whether it is passed or failed, right? So everything will be given in the JSON format. Okay, so this is basically used by some other third-party tool that will use these JSONs and will generate the beautiful report on top of it. Okay, so as of now, like raw JSON is hardly useful for us. Okay, so that is fine. And similarly, we can see the XML also, right? So if you see here only XML, so you can see, right? So this is nothing but your feature name, right? And name is nothing but your scenario name, right? And if you see, these are the statement, right? Step definition, given, when, then, and, right? And similarly, this is another one for the same feature. This is the second scenario, and for that, these are the steps, right? So it happens like that. Okay, so everything happens like this. Okay, so this is how you generate the reports, like the HTML report, JSON report, and the XML report, right? And most useful one as of now, default reporting provided by Cucumber is the HTML report, right? That you have already seen how beautifully it comes, right? And every time you run the report, the older report get overridden by this new report. Okay, so yeah, that's all to this class, guys. If you guys are really enjoying these sessions, I'll request you to subscribe to my channel. And I see many of the people are visiting the channels, they're just watching the videos plus but they are not subscribing. But please subscribe to my channel. It will motivate me to come up with such informative videos, as well as please like the content, right? And if you have any questions, please comment them, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. And there are other playlists, if you want, you can go through them as well, right? There is a link to my social networking sites, and there is a email ID also provided. If you guys have any question, you can contact me or connect with me on those social media or those email link. Okay, so yeah, that's all to this session, guys. Stay tuned to Q Automation Classes. Bye bye.